Yo, this is Questionizer, and this is my on the radar beat breakdown for Went West by BabyChiefDoit's.
As long as the hoe outside with the zoo shit, never see home. 2612 be the squad, we all beat the odds. How that shit unknown. None of the ops ever answer the phone. Our month is porch till he come out his home. I'm the type of nigga take a bad bitch sale and leave all type of dick pics on the phone. Y'all made a nigga say fuck the streets, these kids ain't got no.
The Went West beat actually came about was I was at Patchwork in Atlanta, and I've been doing some couple of Chief sessions. I've been recording them, and his whole thing is he can't find a beat that he liked. We'll go through hours, like 8-hour sessions. You know what I mean? Of just going through beats. So I came up with a great idea of making the beat with him and showing him the process of how to make a beat, and that's how this this song came together. Man, it's actually crazy. So it's a wide variety, but I work with Young Scooter, I work with CeeLo Green, I worked with Young Blue, I did Lil Got It. So I mean, that's just to name a few. For producing, I did Bunna B, I did Finesse 2 times, another artist, Action Pack, AP, Memphis artist. I would say my biggest inspiration has to be D-Rich and Shawty Red. Those kind of my favorite. You know what I mean? I like the original Atlanta sound. You know what I mean? You kind of hear it in the Went West beat, but I like the brass, the horns, everything that came out of that rolling phantom days and the motif. That's like my area. Probably start off with the most infamous part is the piano. This is the first thing we started off with. This idea of the piano actually came from the 2 Chainz song "I'm Different." Ironically, we were when we were in the studio, we were like, "Man, why don't we try to sample 'I'm Different'?" Of course, we didn't actually turn into a sample, but that's where the idea came from. And Chief actually played out this piano part, and yeah, it's pretty simple. But I'm gonna go to the next part, which was my favorite part. Is the brass. That's kind of like my favorite thing. All right, so that sound is my favorite sound. It's called the FS brass. It's like, it's one of those classic like Atlanta, brass sounds, but these brass melodies kind of got this melody out of Chief's head with this. And then I would say my next part, which is my favorite part, it's one of my favorite sounds of all time. I can't live without it. And this sound is called "Sorry for Delay." It's like, it's a sound that's known for like in all the old Gucci Mane sounds, songs like Jeezy, all those like D-Rich, they use the sound all the time. But it's called "Sorry for Delay." And then after that, I kind of threw some gross beat on it, kind of like a gate. So it's like, it's not all over the place. And after that, I added this little, low brass melody. You know what I mean? Just to give it some type of, body to it. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it for the melody. So this is what we got for the melody if you add all that together. After that, we kind of got to the drums, you feel me? First thing I started off with was the snares. So, you know what I mean? So, it's pretty basic, but when you add all the different drums, it kind of makes more sense. So next, next thing kind of was like the crash. That was like the next thing we did. You know what I mean? It kind of got a little bit of that like Chicago feel from it. So that's why I kind of picked that sound. I was thinking like that. And then after that, you know what I mean? The kicks, which actually, it's like you got a little bit of that Chicago bounce. So Chief actually came up with this kick pattern. You know what I mean? It's pretty simple. We got a little bit of the triplets at the end. So after that, I got to, you know what I mean, the 808. So, you know what I mean? It's just one note, you know what I mean? Try to keep it simple. You know what I mean? Then after that, I kind of did a snare roll to kind of do a little bit of a transition to it, which is it sounds something like this. You know what I mean? That is as simple as it gets. But after that, kind of went to this little, bridge area. It's a little snare pattern. Um, this is like where, Chief's Chicago influence came from. So you know what I mean? Kind of gives it that little bounce. And it goes right back to the beat. Another element, you know what I mean, I added. It's pretty simple, but the hi-hats. I got the hi-hat pattern. It's kind of like a two-step, you know what I mean? Let me open it up real quick. You know what I mean? It's just matching the kick pattern. Had to get to my favorite part of the whole beat, my tag. Paired it up with the 4-count hi-hat. You know what I mean? It's like the Atlanta special.
Questionizer, I like this beat.
Don't steal my tag, man. Man, I would say, this network, you know what I mean? And it goes back to that same thing, get in the room. It doesn't matter what you do. If it's taking pictures, recording, just make yourself more, useful than just making beats. Everyone makes beats. But what makes someone look at you different is, dang, you can do that for me too? Yeah, you know what I mean? Come to the studio. Thanks for watching my On the Radar beat breakdown for Went West by BabyChiefDoit's.